Story is ill, so hold your breath. It's about a touch of life and a touch of death. Cause a teenage boy, he wants to go all the way. So he tells his girl that he wants to play. There's some kissing, some touching, some feeling too. And the next thing you know what he wants to do. But there's no protection, he says it's okay. So a touch of life starts on that day. Cause 9 months later there will be a kid. Now let me tell you what the daddy of this baby did. Ran out on the mother, left her all alone. The baby's gonna be brought up in a broken home. But there are choices. She could have an abortion, or better still, put the kid up for adoption. This young girl, though, decides to weather the storm. Her loving mom and pop kick her out of the home. So she drops out of school, forgets the golden rule. She says, I'm keeping my baby if it's the last thing I do. Since fate is not the one to be kind and never want you on mistakes ahead of time. Now for the untold story, let's switch to the man. Try to analyze the reason why he ran. I mean, he must have been tired, really scared. Cause for a little baby, he couldn't have been prepared. Still a kid himself, how could he handle a child? Man, the story is, and it's all so wild. So he becomes a runaway when experienced life. Someday he come back and make that girl his wife. Live happily ever after, the whole fairy tale. Yeah, this was a dream, and on that he dwelled. See, it kept him alive, kept his head above water. If he had a son, or even a daughter, see, he's fighting and fighting, but couldn't find a job because this young man was also dropped out by. With his choices slim, living on the streets, he figured there was only 2 ways to make ends meet. With that, he chose to join Uncle Sam. He felt the military could make him a man, and since fate is not the one to be kind, it never warns you on mistakes ahead of time. Several years go by, now here's the plot. A little girl is now a woman, and here's what she's got. She's got a rundown room and a rundown part of town. Baby's now a boy, and here's how it goes down. She gets 2 jobs, trying to make ends meet. At the same time, her baby's introduced to the street. Dope dealers, dope doers, cops and gangs. He's seeing brothers dying from fatal slangs and bangs. Live, a front right in the neighborhood. Tried to fly the straight and narrow, but it's just no good. No man at home to treat him wrong from right. He's sleeping all day and hanging out all night. His mother thinks that every day he's going to school, but since she's never there, he's playing her for a fool. Cause disrespect for her is now next to zero. And kids like this, they only have one hero. That's the neighborhood down the pimp or set. So he decides to join a game to see what he can get. Since fate is not the one to be kind, it never warns you on mistakes ahead of time. See, it's a touch of life and it's a touch of death. This rap is from Sweet D and Schoolboy Fresh. Cause the teenage boy has now grown into a man, doing well, so he figures he'll make good his plan. Remember that dream? Well, now his head's above water. He's gonna make that girl his wife and raise his son and his daughter. So he makes his arrangement, then he's on his way. See, a touch of death starts on that day. Cause the son is hanging out in the streets. His friends are all no good and his past knee deep. About 2 years ago, his first time in jail. Mother couldn't afford it, but she still posted bail. Now after the third time he promised never again, but see, again and again he kept going back in, and on this day of days out in the hood, see his boys and him forever up to no good. See, at faith they don't know, they want to take what he got. A Tech 9 shot goes straight to the knot. I mean, the girl who never got to be a kid is the first on the scene to see what her son did. And all she can do is just let out a cry as her child of love lies in her arms and dies. Then her son starts to run as he hears the cops come. While fleeing the scene, he throws away the gun. Days go by, weeks and weeks, you don't hear a peep coming from the streets. He thinks the coast is clear, so he comes back home, finds his mother is dead, grieving all alone. He asked her what's wrong, she said you're too gone bad. In a burst of tears, she tells him about his dad. Now a knock on the door, his other story ends. The cops arrest the boy cause mom turns him in. He tries to fight back, but to no avail. He gets gaffled, cuffed, and taken to jail. And since fate is not the one to be kind, it never warns you of mistakes ahead of time. So in the den of the night, lying by candlelight, she grabs a pipe and takes her life. She grabs the pipe and takes a life. Grabs the pipe, takes a life.